Greedy Aro Ijoma sold two babies for 3 million naira, lied to the mother how much she sold them, and still turned around and killed the mother. Chinenye Odo, a 31-year-old woman, was pregnant. I guess she was not married and she didn't have means to take care of these babies. During the period of her pregnancy, she was still homeless because she was staying with her friend by name Cynthia Ukore. When she put to bed, she had two babies, twin, and she opted to sell them. She told Cynthia she needed to sell these children, and Cynthia contacted Aro Ijoma, who knew her way around all this illegal business, contacted a nurse that worked with Mbanefo Fertility Center in Enugu State by name Pauline Onya, and still told her they needed to sell these babies. Being that Pauline worked in a fertility center, she knew all these couples that needed children. She contacted a couple and they came with Ijoma. They negotiated for the sale of these children and they paid Ijoma the sum of 3 million naira and they went away with the two babies. Ijoma went back to Chinenye Odo, the mother of these children, and told her that the children were sold for the sum of 2,350,000 and she was given 1.8 million. 50,000 was given to Pauline and 50,000 to Cynthia, who accommodated her. Afterwards, Chinenye noticed that her children were sold for the sum of 3 million and not the sum of 2,350,000 that Ijoma told her. And she went to Ijoma and was asking her for her balance of 650. What Ijoma did was she poisoned a corn that she gave to Chinenye. Chinenye ate the corn and died. When the death of Chinenye and her missing children got to the police, they went into action and arrested all those that are connected to this case. Cynthia was arrested, Ijoma too arrested, and Pauline, and they were all brought to police station. And during the investigation, they found out, according to what we heard, that Cynthia Ukorie was innocent of this case. That truly Cynthia accommodated Chinenye when she was pregnant. But what happened before Chinenye died was that Cynthia visited Chinenye and Chinenye was hungry, asked Cynthia to make her food. After making the food, Cynthia gave it to Chinenye and left. And the next day, Chinenye was found dead and her two babies were missing. And police had asked them to come and bail Cynthia with the sum of 400,000 naira, which they were still running around to see if they could get that money. But because Cynthia could not meet her bail condition with the police, that was why she was arraigned with the other two suspects, that is Pauline and Ijoma, in court. And this case was adjourned to the 5th of October 2022, where the judge and the police will be giving us more insight into what happened, who was lying, was Cynthia lying, or the other party is saying the other side of this story is lying. Maybe until they could find the buyers and these two innocent children, they were sold. I'm just short of words on what to advise, and I don't want to say my own opinion on this case because the version that Cynthia gave, that she went to visit Chinenye and she made food for Chinenye and left, and the version that Cynthia accommodated Chinenye when she was pregnant is still very not clear to anybody to say. We don't want to say anything because the police are still investigating this case and they needed to get those that bought these children and to get these children back to motherless babies' home where they will be trained. Nigeria has got to a point whereby most people are lawless, very lawless. Nobody respects the law. We don't even have fear for humanity. No regard for life. Everybody acts the way we want because we feel that, oh, this is a free country. Even our people at the top, they are all corrupt. How will you give birth to a child and you decide to sell them, especially twins? Why not take them to motherless babies home if you don't need them and let couples go back there to adopt these children? And the couples that bought these children, which is illegal, they have to face the law too. I hope they find this couple that bought these children and be able to recover these children and take them to motherless babies' home where they will be trained. And we pray that we have a Nigeria that will bring us back to the right place where we belong in the map of the world. Thank you for always being here for us. Thank you for listening to our stories. Thank you for sharing our stories. But if you have not liked our page, if you have not subscribed, kindly follow our page, share our stories, share your thoughts on this story. is Cynthia lying, or the police are not telling us everything they know about this case? And stay subscribed so that whenever there is an update to this story or we post a new story, you'll be the first to be notified.